All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode of Discovering Grays Lake. Big shout out to Agora. I am recording once again live from Agora on the corner of Center Street and Atkinson. Agora is a co-working place, and Luke is very kind to let us record from here all the time. So shout out to Luke and the co-working space. So if you're looking to get your business out of the house for a day, for a week, for a year, whatever you'd like, or a lifetime home, come to talk to the folks over here. They are wonderful. So today we are going to sit and we're going to talk about St. Baldrick's. So would you introduce yourself, and then let's talk about hair.
Great. My name is Amy Corey. I am a 7th grade social studies teacher over at Grays Lake Middle School.
Awesome. And we were just discussing that. So you just switched from being an 8th grade teacher to a 7th grade teacher this year.
Correct.
And we were discussing the difference. Though there is a big difference between 7th and 8th graders, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't think that there is, but there's a big difference.
Okay, so how long? So are you you're the head honcho of this?
I am the head honcho.
Great. So St. Baldrick's is how many years now?
This is our 10th official event.
Okay. So before we start, so enlighten me, because I'm sure there are listeners I get the idea of the concept of it. Mm-hmm. But so what is the story behind St. Baldrick's?
So original story is there were a couple of guys sitting at a bar having a drink one day, talking about how could they help with somebody, friend of a friend, kind of a situation where a kid had been diagnosed with cancer, was being given a hard time because he had lost his hair through treatments. Wow. So the adults decided, let's not let this kid feel like he's the only one.
Sure.
So they started this whole foundation to shave their heads in solidarity with the kids who have lost their hair due to cancer. Wow. And then it's all a fundraiser for the St. Baldrick's Foundation that they created, which funds research to fight and then ultimately, hopefully, cure childhood cancers.
Wow. Do you have any idea how long ago that was?
2000.
Oh, really? So actually, pretty recent then.
Yeah, very recent.
Wow. Okay, so what inspired you 10 years ago to take this on?
We had a student in our building who was participating in the big event out in Wakanda.
Okay.
No, Woodstock. Sorry, Woodstock. And he had asked if he could collect coins, collect donations in all of our classrooms. Our principal at the time, Marcus Smith, said, sure, great. And we were talking about it, and we had a student council at the time. So then the next year we said, hey, why don't we start to do one here? So the student council, we had 8 or 10 kids and myself and Marcus, and we kind of threw together our first event and didn't know what we were getting into.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. So when you started it there, so set the scene for me, because I can only imagine. So these are adults, kids, everyone, basically just shaving their head.
Yes.
Correct?
So,
are they getting donations to shave their head?
Correct.
Okay, so I don't get ahead of myself. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the event itself, because I'm imagining this. So set the scene for me.
So we start the event. Part of it is during the school day so that we can celebrate with the kids and the staff. And then part of it is open to the community after school. So when we have it during the school day part, it's a full building assembly. Kids are in the bleachers, sitting on the floor.
Oh, wow.
There's chairs and tables in the middle of the gym. And there are barbers and stylists there who are shaving heads and cutting hair donations.
Wow.
So the kids get to watch their friends who, with parent permission, are able to get their heads shaved.
Wow. Okay, so you say so people get donations, and then they'll do that for money to donate.
Correct.
But you also say hair donations. Tell me about that.
So for the past few years, we have partnered with Children with Hair Loss in Michigan. And anybody who is willing and able to donate 8 inches or more of hair, it can be gray, it can be colored, it can be all of those things that many other organizations won't accept. I send them a box of hair that's been donated. The stylists put it into a ponytail, cut off the 8 or 10 or 12, however much the person's willing to donate, and we send it to them. And they're a nonprofit organization that makes wigs for kids who have lost their hair due to any number of medical issues. And the kids get the wigs for free.
Wow.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
So, if somebody doesn't want to go fully bald, but they want to contribute, then if they are able to grow their hair long and want to, it's kind of a win-win.
Wow. Okay, so this event happens at GMS, and this year it's Friday, April 4th.
Correct.
Okay, Friday, April 4th at GMS. So the event runs from 2 until 6. Now tell me at 2 o'clock, what happens then?
So 2 o'clock, we'll have our full building assembly. Any students and staff members who are shaving their heads or donating their 8+ inches of hair during that full building assembly, we get to do that with the students there so they can see, hey, this is what we've been throwing change in the coin challenges for, and this is what they've been talking about on announcements. So the kids really get to see how together as a whole group, a little bit that we can each do makes a huge difference.
Wow, that's a very good lesson as well.
That's the ultimate goal.
Right. Okay, so assembly is at 2, so everybody gets to sit there. So how long does the assembly last? Probably like an hour or so?
About an hour, yeah.
Okay, so then what happens after that? Is it then open to the public?
Yes. Okay. So students are dismissed about 3:15, so we kind of take a little breather for about 20 minutes, half hour, so that the buses can get in and out of the parking lot. Then about 3:30, it's open to the public. Anybody who wants to can register on our website or can just walk in and register. If you're under 18, you have to have an adult with you.
Sure.
So in the large gym, we'll continue to do the head shaving and haircuts. Then in our small gym, we're going to have raffle prizes, so people can come in and buy raffle tickets and try to win those prizes. In our multi-purpose room, we're going to have a blood drive going on.
Oh, wow. There's a lot of things.
Yes. And then somewhere in the building, we're going to have a donation drive for food and for the Avon Township Food Pantry. We're going to have a lot of items that we are collecting for Avon Township and just trying to help the community.
Right.
Trying to show the students and show the community that, if every person who comes through our door that day, students, staff, family, community members, if every single person brought in 1 can of food.
Well, it'd make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Right?
So I want people to know and understand it feels overwhelming to try to make the world a better place all on our own, but a little bit at a time, working together, we can make a lot of difference.
No, and it's fun. And, we've had a lot of proof of, it takes a village to make everything happen. And this community is very strong.
Absolutely.
So we can give blood, we can give food, we can come in and give some money for raffle things to hopefully win something, or you can come and donate hair.
Yeah.
Or, so when the kids, I want to, so let's say a kid that comes in that wants to do they get sponsored? Do they try to raise money to get them? So if I was a student, my hair is way too valuable. I'm losing it by the second.
So I do mine. I get my head shaved every year.
Okay.
So
do you have people sponsor you? Can they sponsor you to get your hair cut?
Yes.
Wow.
So when you sign up on our event site.
Okay, what is the event site too? Let's give that to everybody if you know it off the top of your head.
If you go to stbaldricks.org and search Grays Lake Middle School, you'll find it.
And also, folks, we will put that in the show notes here and also in any social posts you might have found this podcast on. We're going to put that link there to easily click through.
Thank you. Sure. So if you find our site, you can donate either to a specific person or just to the event. Our building has 4 academic teams, so each of the 4 teams has their own set of fundraising goals and students who are signing up for that. So sometimes people sponsor an individual. Sometimes people sign up just as a fundraiser thinking, hey, I know a lot of people who would donate. Right. I'm not in a position to cut my hair or shave my head. I can't attend, or I want to go cheer people on. But I know lots of people around the country, friends and family, who will support, so I'm just going to sign up as a fundraiser, get links to send out on social media. People can fundraise that way. So there's lots of different ways to contribute through the website.
It sounds like without it being there, it sounds like a spirited event. I can only imagine what the assembly is like.
It's very spirited. It's very
It's
loud.
the best word I could come up with.
Yes. It's wonderful. It is my favorite day of the year, by far.
That's awesome. Okay, so somebody in the community who doesn't have a student coming to GMS, a lot of our listeners, and I know that there's a lot of people that listen to the show. So let's do a couple action items, and I would like to give a challenge to people that are listening to ways they can donate. Besides clicking the link that they can click and donate financially, what are other things that the community can do to help?
Can donate prizes to be raffled off.
Right.
Can come buy raffle tickets and try to win fun prizes from some of our great donors. For the Avon Township, we are collecting new and used clothes. We're doing the food drive.
Yes.
Shampoos, conditioners, so many things that people need. Avon Township does remarkable work that not enough people know about, in my opinion.
Amen.
They provide clothing for people who need it, especially if you're getting a job interview and you just need that one outfit and can't go get it. They have so many resources, so we want to support them because they do so much to support our community.
Yes. And after having Michelle Bauman on the show and listening to everything they do, I still don't know everything they do.
Yes.
But it's absolutely amazing what that group of people does.
Yes, and she's been working with us to put together a list, so we'll get a flyer to you so that you can post that, because we're going to start to share that out. So people can bring things, even if you're not in a situation where you can go out and buy something new to contribute. Sure. If you've got a couple of sweaters that you no longer wear, you can bring those and donate. And again, everybody can bring something.
Sure. So there is something that everybody in the community can do to
Absolutely.
put this together. This has to be, just by the look on your face and the energy that you carry with you, you really enjoy this, don't you?
I do.
I can tell.
I do. It's such a fun day to show the kids that we can be silly and weird.
Yeah.
You know, it's middle school. It's fun.
Absolutely.
They need to see that we can have fun, that doing good doesn't have to be a chore.
No. And I think that too, especially like if I did that, it would be a reminder, like if I shaved my head, it would be a reminder daily of how fortunate I am, whether people going through significant challenges and whether families are going through a lot, and maybe to realize how fortunate we are.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Wow. Okay, so we're going to put the website on there, and I forgot the blood drive too.
Yeah, the blood drive too.
There's so many things.
There is.
So for
much.
blood drive, do you need to sign up for that beforehand?
Yes. So
Okay.
I just got that link today, so I will get that going. And
Cool, and we'll include that in here. How many of the staff members do it? Do you get can we raise some money to can we pick one of these, can we pick Marcus out or somebody like that and try to get him to shave? Marcus has got short hair anyway.
normally he does. This year he can't.
Okay.
There's family graduations, so
Okay. We'll let Marcus go this
Yep.
year. So I think
Yep.
we need to pick somebody else out.
yeah. I know Mrs. Garcia is donating at least 8 inches of her hair. She does it every other year
Wow.
because it takes her that long to regrow it.
I was going to say that's great.
Yeah. I'll shave my head. I believe Miss Lamberti is cutting 8 inches of her hair.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm not sure who else yet.
All right. So I think we're going to egg him on.
Yeah.
I think if you're listening to this podcast and you've seen the social post, that you should tag a teacher in here, or tag a teacher or a student on here that should get their haircut.
Yeah.
I think we'd let pressure them just a little bit.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, they could be a lot of fun.
And then something else that we're trying this year.
Yeah.
That we'll see what happens. There are quite a few staff members. I think we're up to 16 or 18 who are participating in a Tat the Teacher activity.
Oh, geez. Let's hear about this.
So there are going to be order forms available tomorrow,
Okay.
and students or community members can purchase temporary tattoos. Just they're going to pay for a small, a medium, or a large, or however many they want. And they get to pick whichever teachers they want from the list.
Oh.
And so say they want to buy 3 small ones for me, they would put 3, and then it's $1 each.
Okay.
And then they would give $3, and then on the day of our St. Baldricks event, everybody who is on that order form, who has had tattoos paid for them, we will be covered in temporary tattoos.
So this could be done a couple different ways. It could be, yes, a show of appreciation or
Humiliation.
humiliation. Yes, so we can have some extra cash and buy several for the teacher, maybe that
Yep.
they're one of their really favorite teachers, so to say.
Yep. So
Wow.
we have small, medium, and large options. Thank
Okay.
you, TikTok, for the inspiration.
That's great. Give me an idea of like in past years. So do we have a goal, financial goal that we're trying to meet or beat of this?
Ideally, around 10,000.
Oh wow.
This will be our 10th event, and we're over $150,000 in those 10 years. So
Good work. Good work.
it's very rewarding
Yes.
to know that we're making a difference.
Right. Wow. That's awesome. So once again, I'm going to encourage everybody listening to spread the word about this because it's something really easy. I mean, all you got to do is click a link right here and go and give $10, $20. Everybody's got 10 or $20 they can give to that, or has food or some clothing or something that they can bring.
Right.
And blood drive, I don't think people understand how important blood drives are too.
Oh, yeah. It's concerning how desperate the need for blood donations is right now. So by having it at school on the same day where we're hopefully going to have people coming in and out, it's just another way that we can all try to contribute and just pay it forward.
Nice. All right. Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm through this too. I know we wanted to make this a nice short but very powerful thing to make sure that people get to participate. What am I forgetting? What do we need to mention to the public? Even moms and dads of students that are coming that day, anything that they should be prepared for or do or anything like that?
Be prepared for fun, be prepared for crazy, be prepared for emotional.
Yeah.
Depending upon which speakers we get lined up, sometimes we have parents who have lost a child. Sometimes we have people who have survived it. So it's a mix of emotions, but it's incredibly powerful no matter who we get and how we do it. Being able to see the kids just having fun, seeing the adults having fun, seeing the community come together, because this is such an amazing community. This is where I was born and raised. This is where I have lived for a lot of years.
Right. I won't tell them either.
Yeah.
I already know.
Yeah. And so, it's just, it makes me so proud of our community because we can all do so much. And it's so great for the kids to see that no matter what, we're all together.
Amen. And I think the biggest, the really powerful message is especially in a crazy world that we live in right now, how people coming together to work towards a common cause, and everybody doing a little gets a lot, right?
Absolutely.
It's amazing what the power of community can do.
Yeah.
So
every little bit helps.
that's right. So that's our challenge, Grace
Yes.
Lake. So come in. Amy, thank you for everything that you
Thank
do.
you.
You're inspiring, and we're going to make sure this is an awesome event. So
Thanks. Can't wait.
everybody, Friday, April the 4th at GMS from 2 to 6. At Blood Drive also with the raffle. And after that assembly, if you want to come in and donate hair, I want to see, what's the longest hair that you got? I know you say like 8 inches on there.
I want to say somebody who had like amazing thick hair, like 4 ponytails worth, like 10 inches each.
Oh my gosh.
It was amazing.
That is crazy.
And one year we had a young man who had grown 10 inches of hair so that he could donate it. So he did his 10 inches and then he shaved his head on top of that so that he was able to do both. It was one of the most beautiful, inspiring things I've ever seen.
What a good kid.
Yeah.
What
I've
a good
seen
kid.
grandpas and granddaughters come in and do it together.
Oh,
There's so much.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and bringing everybody together. I
Yeah.
love it. All right. Well, thank you very
Thanks.
much for being here. Grace Lake, thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate it. I want everybody to do me a favor and click that link and make sure to donate something, whether it's $5, $10, $20, whatever you need to do. And you can also come and buy raffle tickets, however you want to do. But as many people as we can get to participate, we'd really, really appreciate that. And do me a favor, wherever you guys are listening, whether you're on Spotify, whether you're on Apple, whether you're on YouTube, wherever the heck you listen, even places I don't even know about, hit the subscribe button so that way weekly you'll get to hear from a new guest or a new cause or a new event or anything going on in town. So hopefully you come back here to listen for the kind of your go-to place for things happening in Grace Lake. And remember, like we're talking about today, we never know what our family, our friends are going through. So get out there and do one random act of kindness. And I have an idea. Do one on April 4th. So just those little things go a long way, and kindness spreads like wildfire. So Grace Lake, thank you guys so much for listening. Amy, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
And we will see everybody on April the 4th.